What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to shoot a video today for my federal employees and really give them some insight and share hopefully some opportunities for them as we continue to navigate this government shutdown and see all the ramifications. I retired 1 October. The government still owes me about 10K for my last check and my leave that I sold back that still hadn't been paid out since the government's been shut down. So I'm right there with all my brothers and sisters with the federal employment, active duty, whether civilian, contractors are doing layoffs. They're burning a lot of vacation days to try to manage. And so just some insight, just where everything is at, that you're having people that are quitting, the rifts are still ongoing, and there is the potential that, there may be larger rifts if this drags out. And so the one thing that has really hit home for me that I already knew, that, we see it on the private sector, that no one really cares about your personal well-being for you and your family, your job security more than you. But I think now it's spilled over to the government with seeing the reductions. And so the thing that spoke to me is really having multiple streams of income and not having over reliance or over dependency on one employer that can provide a catastrophic impact to my finances for my household. And so that's one of the things that I think a lot of people right now are having a wake-up call, which is cool. The thing is, you want to go through it. It's an opportunity. There's always an opportunity with any setback, any adversity that we face and go through. We have to find an underlying opportunity in all of this. And I think the opportunity for a lot of federal employees and civilians as contractors as well too is you have to build multiple streams of income. You have to become an investor. You have, because the thing is, when you start looking at like these larger corporate layoffs, especially now in the job market with AI, the robotics, a lot of the technology that's being brought in, if you're going into the workforce and you're unemployed right now, it's going to be tough. It's a beast out here. From just hearing the conversations with people, you're going to have to look at create your own opportunities, create your own economy out here to make it. And the thing is, like, so many government people like have overqualified, have great skill set and abilities, but you're going to have to put on your entrepreneur hat and everything that comes with it in order to get to that next level and get through this period, this transition period. But it's not the end of the world. But I think one of the things really with the passive income and looking at the investments, leveraging your retirement accounts, how can you take back control and look at how you can diversify your portfolio and find different opportunities. But at the same time, building your network, getting on LinkedIn, being active, seeing what's out there, looking for opportunities to collaborate. All those things are going to be paramount right now in all of this uncertainty. And we'll see. I don't think we're anywhere closer than we were a couple of weeks ago. I know there was some talk of side conversations happening with some of the Democrats potentially looking at voting and aligning with the Republicans on where they stand right now with the current bill that they voted for. I think they probably voted like 20 times, and no one's changed at all. There's no negotiations happening, a complete failure of leadership um, at the highest levels. And I think it's sad that we're at the place that we are, but it is what it is. That regardless of which we can't control, we can't really get caught up in that. But we got to focus on the solutions, especially the solutions for us and our families, on what we need to do where this doesn't happen to us again. Because I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. And so just becoming a better steward of the resources that you have and looking and creating different opportunities are going to be critical going forward. Because one of the things that I've learned is, like, you can have a lot of anxiety, you can waste a lot of energy on things that you can't control. And I think that's where we are right now, because none of us can control the vote on opening the government back up. And there's going to be losers either way. There's a lot of people suffering pain right now, but there's also a lot of people that are going to suffer pain with increased medical costs, and for their family, and a lot of tough decisions have to be made. And so I think at the end of the day, we have to get out here and be more serious about our finances, about investing, about buying businesses, about aligning strategically with the right people, all those things that come with building wealth. And I think this, kind of changed into a wealth conversation that having a comprehensive financial plan. I talk to so many people who don't have a plan for their finances. Like we always, like in the military, we live and die by our plans. We have so many contingency plans, operational plans. If this happens with this country, what are we going to do? If this happens in this situation, what are we going to do? And how are we going to respond? And what is it going to look like 30 days into the plan, 60 days into the plan, 90 days plus? And we plan everything out, but a lot of times we don't have a comprehensive financial plan. And so if that's you, I'll definitely reach out. Would love to have a conversation about how to build a financial plan for you, and really taking a look at everything that you have right now with resources, and really looking at income, expenses, insurance, individual retirement accounts, your TSP, and really taking a holistic look at everything, making sure you have your trust and will aligned, where you have a financial plan that's built out, that's projected out to 2030, 2040, 2050, 2060, out to whenever you start to need to use your income, and having a tax strategy layered on top of all of those different nuances that you have in your financial plan to make sure everything's working holistically together. And so that's one of the things that I have really learned, becoming a financial advisor, and really, one, being focused on like real estate and the multifamily wealth and building passive income, got that and the tax advantages and everything, but really the comprehensive financial planning and the lack of financial awareness that I see across the board. And so that's really what's driven me to be my mission of really helping federal employee families, and especially retirees, because they're navigating, their money has to stretch a long time, and you want to maintain your quality of life, especially here like in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, the DMV, that with inflation and prices, that your money has to go a long ways. And so if that's something that you're really interested in, would love to have a conversation and kind of walk through and do a meet and greet call, and really walk through everything that's going on with your financial picture, give some potential recommendations on like how I can serve you guys and really help with the comprehensive financial planning. Some of the alternative investments, that was one of the big things that drew me into Right Time Financial and the firm that I'm with, was the alternative investments, because I seen firsthand on how I built my millions buying apartment complexes, being in real estate and investing, and just the power of seeing what the wealthy do when it comes to investing in private credit, private equity, oil and gas, multifamily, self-storage, a lot of different value add, non-traditional investments that they overly expose their portfolio to. It's not no more, the people that are being wealthy, they're not putting 60% in stocks and 40% in bonds. No, they're not doing that. That they're having 40, 50% in private holdings, private assets, alternative assets, and not just sit in the stock market and these other companies. And so that's what you have to realize, and align your portfolio with how the wealthy are building their wealth. And so that's one of the things that I encourage all of you to do, that there's a whole new game out here once you come out the federal government, and outside of just what they have allocated with the TSP, which is great, with the fees, the low fees and everything there. But you have to diversify, and you have to get more exposure out here with building, taking back control of your wealth. And that's one of the things, especially for like the retirees, that once you have the mandatory withdrawals, there's a lot of strategies, especially if you have a pension, you don't necessarily need the money. There's ways where you don't have to pay any taxes at all on those mandatory withdrawals when you become age 73. And so just different strategies with the alternative investments that you can leverage and use the IRS tax code to your advantage. So that's it on this video. Be encouraged for all my federal employees out there, my military members. If I can help you, if you're interested in getting a comprehensive financial plan, having a discussion about how you can supercharge your wealth, would love to have it. Then also November 18th, I have my Supercharge Your 401k TSP workshop that's free. Normally I charge $497 for that, but this one is free, just where everything is going. And I want to just get this information out here and bless people and share how they can take back control of their retirement money, and would love to have that conversation. Let's go. Let's make some equity happen together. I'll see you guys on the next video.